Hola mi gente, welcome back to the channel. On today's video, I'm going to show you how to trade options on the Thinkorswim mobile application. This will work on an Android or an iPhone. It's going to be the same in both cases. Now, if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Sean and this is We Are Investing, a channel that's dedicated in investing and personal finance. Some quick information about myself: I use options all of the time. To me, the options market provides so much flexibility, and once you learn how to use options to your advantage, it's like opening a world full of opportunities. You can essentially turn any stock into a dividend yielding stock, because when you sell options against your long-term positions, you can create passive income. And instead of making 2 to 4 to 6%, which is on the higher end for dividend stocks, in a given year, you could potentially get those kinds of returns in a month or 2 months time, because the options market can be very lucrative, especially when there's high implied volatility. And some strategies like selling covered calls, they don't come with risk. They only come with potential missed opportunities. What I mean by that is, by selling a covered call, you're not going to lose money, but you could potentially miss out on some gains if the stock was to go parabolic and go way above the strike price that you're selling covered calls against. But the purpose of this video is not to go deep into investing strategies. I want to show you how to set up your Thinkorswim on your mobile device so that you can trade and you can take a look at some options contracts. Because the best way to learn is by doing. And if you don't know how to buy or sell an option, you will never learn which strategies work for you. So with that being said, before we dive any further, please consider hitting that subscribe button, ringing that bell, and smashing that like button. And also be aware that this channel does have a Patreon where we go over stock picks, we go over investing strategies, we go over spreadsheets of valuations for particular securities. We do a lot of things on the Patreon. It's $5 a month. A link to the Patreon is provided down below. But with all that being said, let's hop on over to the phone so I can show you how to use Thinkorswim for options trading. So here we are, we're at the home screen. The first thing that we need to do is we need to take a look at the options chain. Now, if you want a more in-detail video regarding Thinkorswim on your mobile device for stock trading, for all of the features that Thinkorswim has, I did a video going in detail about the mobile application, and I'll provide a link in the video description, and I'll also throw a card up at the screen right now. That video is probably the first video you should watch, but if you'd want to know how to trade options and that's it, this is also going to be a great video. So the first thing is you gotta go to the options chain. And if you have a position already open, you can click on your position tab and you can go through that route. But you can also hit that magnifying glass, and this is probably the most common way to do it, and you can either click on the stock or you can hit the options chain button. We're going to hit the options chain button and it's going to get you right to the options chain. If you were to hit on the stock, it's going to take you to the charts. Then you just got to hit the options tab and now you're here. So let's talk about what we see on the screen. We see the last, the bid. We see the last, the ask, the bid. We see calls and we see puts. We're only dealing with single. We're not dealing with spreads or verticals right now. We see 8 strikes, so we see 4 strikes in the money and 4 strikes out of the money. If we wanted to see more strikes, you would just hit that button and expand. We'll keep it at 8 right now. We see all of the expiration dates that are available, and we see one expiration date that has a green flag, meaning that I have a position in. So for Uber, I have stock at the $35 strike. But I have different positions as well. They're just not being shown right now because they're for different strikes. If I go back to the top and I expand this to 25 strikes, you can now see that I have a red flag on February 11th at the $45 strike. This is because I sold poor man's covered calls against my leaps to create passive income on Uber. Those strikes might get called and that's okay. I didn't sell for all of my leaps that I own. Also, if we head back to January 2024 and we take a look at my leaps, Now you see 3 flags because I own leaps for the $35 strike, the $30 strike, and the $25 strike for Uber. Let's minimize this and head back to 8 strikes because I want to be able to show you a lot of information here and I don't want to clutter it with a bunch of strike prices. So what we see here is on the left we have call options and on the right we have put options. You see the last price, the ask, and the bid. If we want to see more information, we hit that gear button and you'll see what I have personally set up. When you first get into this, all you're going to see is the last price, the ask, and the bid. To add more columns, you're just going to scroll to the comma or to the column that you want, the information that you want. You'll click on it and then it'll pop up here. To change the order, you just click and drag. For instance, if I want net change to be the first thing, I'll move it all the way to the top and I'll hit that green button. And now you can see that net change is the first thing that you see here. To see the other information, all you do is drag on the screen or swipe and you'll see the other information. That's how you'll be able to display all of the information that you want to see on your mobile device when it comes to options. Now with that out of the way, let's talk about how to buy a call option. Before I go over the mechanics here, there's just one thing that I want to show you, a word of advice. Before you buy any call option, well, first you have to determine if the strike price works for you. But I'm not going to go over all of that right now. There's just one simple thing. Make sure that you have volume, at least volume shown on this options chain. Because if an option has a low volume, that means there's not much liquidity in it, and that's not good for trading. One, you probably won't be able to get in for a price that you like. And then when it comes time to sell it, you're probably not going to be able to sell it for the price that you want or it deserves to be at, or even worse, you might not be able to sell it at all. So make sure that there's a lot of volume or enough volume that you can actually trade this option when that time comes. Once you have done that and you looked at the stock and it looks like a good trade, to buy a call option, let's say that you wanted to buy a call option, all you do is you click on a call option and then you adjust the price. It is always my recommendation to take a look at the options chain, and for this case it's not that big of a deal, but if we head back to the options chain and we take a look at the last price, the ask price, and the bid price, for the $43 strike, you can see that the spread is just 1 penny. The bid is 98 cents and the ask is 99 cents, therefore just a penny. So in this case, it doesn't really matter if you pay $99 or $98. Both are relatively close. But I wouldn't be exaggerating if I told you that I saw rookies or newbies in the option market pay way more than they need to for option right off the bat because they don't look at the spread between the ask and the bid, and they end up paying way more money than they need to for a certain option. Because the spread's only a penny, it's not a big deal here. But if you saw a large spread, your price you would try to get in closer to the bid because the ask is going to be way higher. At least you get in at the mid price, which is the difference between the ask and the bid. But let's say that we wanted to buy that $43 strike. All you do is you click on it. You're going to say you're going to buy one call option and your limit price is going to be $98 because the spread was 1 penny between the bid and the ask, and this is probably going to get filled. Your time is either going to be day or good to cancel. You can't do extended hours. Options do not trade in extended hours. They only trade in market hours, which is from 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And it's as simple as that. Once you have all of the information there, you'll click the review tab. This will come up and then you can send the order for it to get filled. That's how you buy a call option. To buy a put option, it's the same thing. Make sure you take a look at the spread between the bid and the ask. Make sure you take a look at volume. But let's say there's a strike that is good on all of that and it makes sense for you personally To buy a put option, you're just going to click on the strike, then you're going to hit buy and 1, and then your limit is whatever it needs to be. You'll hit review, and then this screen will come up, and if everything's good, you'll send the order. Buying a put versus buying a call, it's the same process. Now let's say that you own 100 shares, or you have leaps that are in the money with relatively high delta, and you want to sell either a covered call or a poor man's covered call, or you wanted to sell cash secured puts. Either way, you're either selling a call option or selling a put, and the process is the same. You find the strike, and instead of hitting buy, you're going to hit sell. Now that's how you would sell a call or a put. Now I want to show you how to do vertical spreads, and there's 2 ways to do this. One way is much better. The first way, which is an easier way but not the best way in my personal opinion, is instead of having single, you're going to click up here and you're going to do vertical. The problem with this, it's always going to show you the smallest increment. So this is pre-set up for you to do a vertical spread at a $41 strike and a $41.50 strike. You can either do a call credit spread, a call debit spread, a put debit spread, or a put credit spread. Now let's say we wanted to do a call debit spread, we're bullish on a stock. Some quick tips here. It matters where you click on the screen. For instance, let's say we wanted to do a call debit spread at the $43 and $43.50 strike. If we click on the last, it's going to come up with a buy order at the last price. If I go back and I click on the ask, it's going to come up with a buy order at the last price as well. But if I was to click on the bid, it's going to come up with a sell order. Now notice the cost of the trade. When the cost is in parentheses like that, that means it's a credit. You're going to get paid $13 up front. So in this case, that would be a call credit spread, and that would be me being bearish on a particular trade. If I hit buy, you can see that it's $14. This is a call debit spread. It's a debit spread because I have to pay for it, and this is being bullish. I'm not going to go into details about all of the strategies, but I want to show you how to quickly trade them. Now this method I don't like because it only shows you the smallest spreads. If we go back to here, the home screen for the options chain, and instead of clicking spread, we click custom, things become way easier. Now let's say that I wanted to do a call debit spread between the $43 strike and the $44 strike. How can I do that? Well, I want to buy the $43 and I want to sell the $44. The $43 is going to be my long leg and the $44 strike is going to be my short leg. It's basically going to reduce the amount of money that I need in order to get into this position. Now to do that, you would click on the last for the $43, and then that's going to come up there up top. Then you would click on the bid for the $44, and now you can see that I have the 2 options up there. That's how you can quickly trade spreads on Thinkorswim. Then I'm going to hit my trade spread, and now I can adjust the price that I'm willing to pay for this. Now me personally, I like to look at the 2 options that I'm selling. I'll take a look at the prices, I'll go to a calculator, I'll subtract them from another to see what kind of price that I want. And then I will just adjust it here. So I'll know what price going into this screen to put for my limit order. And I'm always doing limit orders. I'm not doing market orders. Once you have your price, you'll hit review and then you'll send your order. To get rid of this, we'll just delete those options up top, and now I'll show you how to do a put spread as well. Now let's say that I'm bearish on Uber and I think the stock can drop to $40.50, but I don't think it's going to go below that. So a good strategy would be doing a put debit spread because it's going to reduce the amount of money that you're paying up front, and then because you pay less money up front, if you're right and Uber doesn't drop below $40.50, you're going to make the most money possible. So to do that, we are going to have to buy the $42 strike and sell the $40.50 strike. So I'll hit the last on the $42 and then I'll hit the bid on the $40.50 strike, and now you can see that my two options came up here. If you hit trade spread, then this screen will come up and you will just adjust your price. That's how you can quickly sell a put spread in Thinkorswim on your phone. Now that pretty much wraps it up for this video. I thank you so much for your time. If you like this video, please consider hitting that subscribe button, ringing that bell, and smashing that like button. And since you stayed around to the very end, let me know down below in the comment section what is your favorite investing strategy and which brokerage do you use for buying and selling options. Outside of that, it's been real, it's been fun, it's been real fun. And this is We Are Investing, and together we are invincible. See ya!